Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, first match, second week, season 25. We are in Kyber 2. We are in a tougher bracket this time. We're going to do a quick recap though before we break down my current opponents and what this week is going to look like. There's not too much I want to highlight here in how my defense has performed except for this first one right here. This is a great result. This is my mostly Gear 11 Mon Mothma team standing up to a Palpatine team with Vader and Mara Jade. It's only Relic 5 Darth Vader, but that's still a great result because that's usually a pretty safe counter. There might be some funky things going on with the mods there, but there's a lot of relics. So I'm really impressed with how the team performed. The rest of this was mostly straightforward. This opponent didn't full clear me. This one is worth noting. JKR counter against Grievous, usually pretty safe. Only Relic 2 on Jolie. Jolie needs to be a Relic 4 minimum. And the rest of this is all fairly straightforward for that first match. Second match, my opponent, Dynatron, he didn't attack me after exposing my back walls. Kind of saw that there wasn't a chance to win, so he only did a handful of battles. Final round, this one, both me and my opponent, we could not full clear each other. Our defenses both held. He had 3 Galactic Legends. I just didn't have enough cleanups to get through it. But then now that we've got Wampa, I got more cleanups. Potentially. I doubt mine is at the right relics. We'll talk more about that later, I'm sure. But he was going pretty well to start. Attempted Palpatine up against Qui-Gon. This is why I throw Qui-Gon on defense, as this usually happens. And then this is a nonsense team up against JTR. He took a bunch of nonsense teams up against JTR. I'm surprised that she took it so well. And then Veers here up against Mon Mothma, but it's Veers without a full trooper lineup, which is, there's no point in doing it. Today's matches. This is what my bracket is going to be looking like this week. My opponent today is on the left-hand side, Dysanius here. We'll look at this in the hotbot as well, so this is more just to look at the week's matches. I know this might be small for people's phones, but I want to get the entire view here. So Omicrons, most people about 2-ish. I have 3 now. My opponent actually has more, but I think this might only count the Grand Arena relevant ones. He has a lot of Territory War Omicrons. GLs, I've stepped it up to 2 this week. Everyone else is looking like right around 4 on average. Nino style here is at 3. Demons is at 2, but everyone else is 4 or 5. The Grand Arena brackets are getting harder. This is Kyber 2 and it's getting harder. In terms of relic units, I'm always going to be the lowest. It's something I'm slowly working on, but my opponent here has just over double my relics, which is going to cause some issues, I'm sure, this round. He has almost, basically all of his Gear 11 plus units are relic units. Then with relic tiers, that's not even worth looking at. You can just see how minuscule mine is compared to his. Across the board, though, you can see right around this like 90-ish is what used to be average. It looks like my opponents now in general are having more than that amount. In terms of the mod game, this is one of the biggest changes for the week. Everybody's mod game is way better than what I've seen in Grand Arena so far. So I'm at 24. That's usually good for top 3-ish. I'm what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm almost the worst with my top 25 mods. With the top 500, I'm still doing well. With only 2 players with better top 500 mods, but I need to probably work on my high-end mods, which we've all known that for a little bit here. Here's what everyone's looking at with their Galactic Legends. This is pretty surprising. Everyone has Jedi Master Kenobi. I think that just shows how people are prioritizing the different GLs and their requirements. I'm the only one with the Iden Versio Omicron. Everyone else doesn't even really have a functional Iden, except my opponent this week. But the Omicron's kind of necessary. Dash, same deal. I've got a good one. Zam Omicrons are much more common and popular. And Qui-Gon, that's pretty much the go-to first Omicron. That's like Vader's Merciless Massacre should be your first Zeta type of thing. Maul's kind of surprised here that there's only one other Relic Maul and only 2 or 3, counting me, unlocked Mauls. You can see the Bad Batch are a little bit more common. Really surprised that the Moff Gideon's are. Moff Gideon's one of the easiest characters to gear in the game. There's really no reason you should be delaying Moff Gideon. He has no stun guns. You can just gear him up. Quills. This is interesting that there's so many Relic Quills. Probably some teams that I should probably be looking into. And then Gas and Darth Revan's. Executors, only one player without it. This Nino style guy who's probably going to be coming in last. He was weakest on the mod games and GLs as well. And then here's the top 10. But we'll look at my opponent a little bit more closely, but some of these are a little interesting. So with the Hotbot, I think let's take a look at that now and do our breakdown. We'll take a quick glance at the top of his roster. I usually show this. I think we should just be consistent with that. Or we'll be revisiting most of it. So he's running Jedi Master Kenobi in Squad Arena. Doesn't really matter anymore. 4 Galactic Legends, and these are tough ones. Like usually if you see somebody with 4, it's like Rey, SLKR, JML +1. For him to not have Rey, and we're looking at C, JMK, JML, that is tough. This guy has a lot of Relic 7s, and that's something we'll be seeing a lot of that in his defensive strategy. Here's the Hotbot. You can see the amount of red on his side, so that's a bad sign for me. Guild, though, is not that much larger than mine. Lifetime banners is lower, but I'm thinking that's probably because he was getting some pretty tough matches. With his top 80 GP is pretty massive. He has a ton of Relic 7s. He's probably going up against a lot of high-end whales who are a lot deeper than he is. He's not that deep. That is one place where I have an advantage. Zetas, like you can see with Zetas, he only has 3 more than me, even though he has 4 Galactic Legends. That means there's a number of Zetas he doesn't have, because he's got 24 Zetas on his GLs alone. And then here's the big disadvantage, is those relics and how those distribute here. Is he's got 73 tier 7. He has more tier 7 relics than I have relics. So this is going to be probably a mess for me. I'm going to need my defense to hold at least my Executor for me to have a shot here. Because I think we can full clear him, but it's going to be a mess. It's going to take me multiple shots. And I think my depth is going to help. I think one of the ways we could be okay is because his roster's a little shallower, and I'll highlight this down here. Here's a quick look at his speeds. His Padme, Jedi Knight Luke's Gas, or not Gas, it's Jedi Knight Anakin, Rex, No Maul, but here, this is kind of important. No Moff Gideon, no Bad Batch, no Maul. Like, that's missing some stuff. That's 3 teams that I use basically all the time that he doesn't have. And then only a 4-star Executor, which means I've got something that I can handle if both of these ships end up on defense. And I got stalled out with a Negotiator last time. And I think the key there is going to be the order in which I use my fleets. I think I'm going to be using Finalizer to start, because Finalizer is very good at taking a ship out early, and I think if I would have started with Finalizer, then my Rebel fleet would have been able to clean up. We'll get to that when we get there. We'll talk about my defense. I left most of this for the evening, and then when the evening came around, I just set the same stuff and didn't really want to think about it or break it down too much. And I think that's caused one problem. I decided, since I have a couple new things, I have Jedi Master Kenobi is new at Gear 11, though no Ultimate. And I have Wampa with the Omicron. I have a little bit more flexibility on offense, which could have altered my defense, but I ultimately decided to not change things up, partly because of how this opponent is, but also because I wanted to limit the unknown variables. Some of the things I want to change, though, is this Scion team is junk. It's not doing anything for me. I think, though, it's a team people think, at least these weaker ones. There's relic ones you need to be careful with, but these weaker ones, it's almost like Grievous without relics or at low relics, where it's kind of a joke. Here's the thing I want to highlight, though, is this Padme team is going to cause me some problems. I put her on defense just because she's still going to be a nuisance with her mechanics. But Shaak Ti, I was like, I'll probably use gas with my 501st. I'll throw Shaak Ti on defense. That was a mistake, because I am not going to be able to use my gas with the 501st, which means I could have used them with Shaak Ti or put Shaak Ti elsewhere, and I'm already regretting that one. So here is the defense we got to deal with. Up top, we got SLKR. And what I was looking at his Grand Arena history, he was keeping all of his GLs for offense usually, and usually keeps a lot for offense. But it wasn't consistent. I felt like maybe he doesn't look at Grand Arena histories, but he at least looks at rosters. There was enough variability where I couldn't predict exactly how he was going to play it, which is why I didn't want to change too much with my defensive strategy. Grievous here, look, Relic 7s across the board. That means some of my counters my cheaper counters aren't going to work. It means my Bad Batch definitely won't work because they're only Gear 11. It means my Night Sisters, probably not. I could try that DACA lead stuff that people do, but I don't like to do it because it's a lot. I don't like to do it. Second. Qui-Gon, not a problem of a Qui-Gon team. It's I guess it doesn't matter. I might end up using my Night Sisters there. I might use my Palpatine there. This top territory we're going to have to save for later anyway. Bam. I don't know. There's a few things I've been thinking, but you see the amount of Relic 7s he has, and this is not, as I already stated, this is not going to be clean. Bottom territory. Here's how this guy completely messed up everything I want to do. Look at that JML team. That is a Squad Arena JML team. You don't see JMLs like that in Grand Arena very often because of how how flexible the Jedi are. It's nice to be able to have a gas team. It's nice to be able to pull out a Jedi Knight Revan or a Jedi Knight Luke. But he does have so many relics that he doesn't need a lot of those off meta or non-geo counters that I've been relying on a lot lately. This Lando team's a joke. Geos, you gotta respect the high relics, and Mon Mothma, high relics. We're gonna get started. It's at least not a troublesome Mon Mothma team. I don't think this is gonna be. We went up against a very tough Mon Mothma team last week, and Iden Versio crushed it. Basically, the team that you see on my defense with Mon Mothma that held up to a Palpatine Vader, we went up a version of that last week that was at Relics, and Iden beat it no problem. This one's not going to be an issue. What do I do here? You know what? Let's do Magma Trooper. I want to use Magma Trooper a little bit more. I don't feel. Oh, we got to get rid of this. I don't feel like Snow Trooper does that much. I mean, at Relics he would, but the damage he's contributing isn't that much. What at Gear 11. I think the turn meter manipulation is going to be much more worth it. This is really just about the ramping damage. Not getting those dazes though. Here's the turn meter removal. That's nice. Let's spread some stuns. That daze is key. We need that daze so Death Trooper can stun. I'm a little worried about time here. Because these are some tanky guys he's got. At some point we'll probably auto, but right now I don't want to do it. I don't trust it. I don't really think there's a reason not to trust it though. Damage should be ramping up pretty quick, though. I don't think we're going to have to worry for too much longer. I'm gonna auto. We're not doing enough damage yet. Alright, the damage is getting better. I don't want Death Trooper or Death Mark at a bad time. It's really the least of my worries right now. We gotta auto. I don't want Baze to dispel. Alright. Maybe now we can go after Chirrut. Come on. Death mark. No, 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 no. Come on. This is bad. There's gonna be a revive soon that's gonna be really annoying. Come on. Jeez. Alright, yes. Okay. Come on, take out Biston. Just make it quick work. Scarif might mess up some things. Alright. Hopefully we got another death mark coming in the next 15 seconds. Wow. Gee, come on, Baze. I could have been focusing on other people earlier, but I knew just Baze was going to taunt. Jeez. This tanky team. I don't like that. Alright, we're gonna just keep moving. Had I started auto from the beginning, we would have been fine. Okay. Next time I will trust the auto a little bit more. Strip the turn meter with Gideon. AoE, get some dazes. Alright. We don't need that yet. I should have marked Dark Trooper. For a bunch of reasons. Mainly though, so Piet could be constantly calling in Dark Trooper. What's up with this today? Okay. I think we're gonna nest this. This is one of those teams that I say don't put on defense. But it is at higher relics than some. Relic 7 on Biggs is good. It's for his ship. Relic 5 on Lando is a little weird though. You know what? I'm gonna stun Lando. I want to take out Han first, but Lando is gonna be annoying with the damage and the AoE. Oh, no counter on that. That's to be expected. I went for him because I thought he had a good chance of going down, even though I could have stunned somebody else. And after taking a turn, I didn't want somebody who could do big damage like a Relic 7 to take their turn. Daze her. Make sure she can there's nothing wrong with the multi-tap. Alright, I love Nest. I love her so much. And now the problem. I've been thinking about this for I don't know, 3 hours whenever this all started. Because with how the speeds break down, his JML is going to go first, which means he's going to efflux me, and there's a good chance, that ability block will land on my Jedi Knight Revan, which will prevent me from marking his Jedi Knight Revan. And then the turn order was going to be his JML, my JML, my Jedi Knight Revan, his Jedi Knight Revan, his gas, my gas, his Jedi Knight Luke, my Jedi Knight Luke. I think if the ability block lands, I don't think I win it. I think what I can do though is if I throw in a team to eat the efflux, I can come in there after. And I would like it to eat a mark too. If it can live long enough to take a few of those abilities, but not live too long. Like, maybe we could throw in the Tuskens. Let's just throw in some fun characters. I think they're all going to die from the efflux. And I want somebody to survive for the mark. No, they might survive the efflux. Gamu won't. He's gonna die. Is there another body I can put in? Like Lando's a body I could put in. Let's actually put in an actual leader, though. Get a little defense. So many have like... Let's throw in Poe. I'm not going to use Poe. Alright. Let's mess up some cooldowns. Because I'm going to have to use my JML to beat his JML. There's no way around it. And if I were to throw in JML, like I've done this enough in Squad Arena where it could go poorly enough where... Alright, I'm happy. Where it could go poorly enough where I won't be able to clean up with anything else that I have left. I was even considering throwing in CLS and taking out Watt before I brought in my JML. Because this is a team I need to bring in my best team. And what I usually do when Squad Arena mattered was I would use Grandmaster Yoda, who I don't even have available. Why is my Jedi Master Kenobi like that? Oh, because I can only have one Galactic Legend on a team. Okay. Scared me for a second. Wait, I don't want him. Alright. That would have been a disaster had I actually gone into here with GK, because I need GK to beat that SLKR. To have a shot at that SLKR. I'm actually kind of worried about the SLKR. But I think we can clean it up if things don't go well. Alright. None of that is great, but I can deal. Let's stun. Now we mark. Yoda has the most turn meter. We'll put Master's Training here. Do not take him out so early. What are you doing? Okay. Get some protection and stuff back. I need to spread this stuff around. No. That's really early to be losing my Jedi Knight Revan. It's a Relic 9 JML too, which is a problem. I am terrified right now. I almost think I should have brought in CLS. Let's do this. I really needed that Jedi Knight Revan. Oh, is there days there? Come on, man. I gotta get to the ultimate. No! This is a disaster. This is an absolute disaster. This is why I wanted CLS. I should have done the CLS. Oh my god. I can't win this. That relic's 9. Alright. I might not be able to beat this. We are going to have to get weird. Because there's nothing I have. Maybe we have to use JMK here. But then I probably shouldn't have used my CLS right here. Yeah, that was gonna happen. Jeez. Yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted. I need to take out Wat to have. There's no way my JMK is beating that. This roster, man. We are in trouble. Because then what do I do here? Now, let's not mess around. Let's just... Problem is... I'm going to just use Veers. I tried doing it with Mace in Squad Arena. What I had been doing in Squad Arena is I'd been using Qui-Gon because Qui-Gon is for one of those quests. And that was working fine. But when I put in Mace, Mace would die and trigger the sacrifice because he's taunting and mess things up. And I didn't test it. It worked with Qui-Gon. If it worked with Qui-Gon, hopefully it'll work with Veers. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong Ahsoka. That's fine. So it's Gear 11 JMK. Obviously no ultimate. That'll all have to happen later. I didn't have enough Kairos. Maybe I want to save that till later. I still have no idea how to use this character. I'm still learning him. Maybe the defense up would have been nice. But what I've been doing in Squad Arena is I just got to focus in on Stormtrooper. I'm going to use the... Okay. This is saved for crew. I'm getting a little worried. At least we can do that. I don't even know who's the best character to be calling in. Now I'm A little scared, but we're in a position where we're okay. That's bad. This is all very bad. Okay, we are going to have the worst one I've had in a while. Because now we can't clean this up. I guess, I mean, we have... Oh man, are we really gonna have to do stuff like this? We have Wampa, but I think I want to get through the ships. Because I'm thinking about who does Maul have a better chance up against? I feel like Maul is going to have a better chance here up against SLKR. But is that true? I also think, though, Wampa is going to have a better chance at beating SLKR if we can take out Hux and... You know what? Let's play to win. We're going to play to win. What was my plan for Grievous? I wasn't gonna... I wrote this down. Night Sisters was my plan for Grievous. Oh, man. This is not the grand arena I wanted. Fortunately, though, I think this is the toughest match of the week. Just an absolute insane amount of Relic 7s. But if we're playing to win, I guess the way that I'm thinking about this is if Maul can take out GAS and JKL, which I really think is a big ask. I actually don't believe in it. But let's say it happens. There was a way through this. I just needed to have taken out Watt with CLS. Probably put in my own Watt with JML. Man, that Relic 9. I need to up relics and stuff on my characters, but... Alright, let's go for it. There was a way through this. I'm already living with regret. Alright. Hopefully we get through this. Because I'm basically cementing that I can't clear the top by doing this option. But if this works, we at least get to try out more battles on the back wall. Alright. Weapons tech onto Canderous. I should have been targeting gas. Okay. Let's do JKL because he's relic 7. Gas is relic 8. You won't let me do it like that? Why do you let me target him at all, then? This isn't gonna work. This is not going to work. if maybe we go for Luke. This feels like a mistake. This feels like a mistake. He's Relic 9. Why would I... This might be the wrong call. This is probably the wrong call. Oh my god, this is terrifying. I'm gonna get stunned by Luke in a second. And I just... But also the longer... Yeah. Let's just get out of here. We're not beating this. I need more relics and relic levels, obviously. Yeah, there's just no way through that. Okay. We will tray this. We'll clear every other team that we can. Let's just do up top first. We'll see if we can take out Hux and Sith Trooper with whoever. I guess we still... Well, we need Vader here. Jeez. Alright. I don't like this. I only have level 5. Let's see, it's not... We can't... Maybe if I actually max out that ability. Alright, we're just going to be reviving constantly. Maybe we can two-shot this if we get lucky. This could go poorly. I've done this before in territory wars and it went poorly. Alright, I want some stuns on Battle Droid. Alright, bring him back. Hmm. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Okay. I saved the AoE Plague until at least some health has been stacked, because otherwise, if B1 goes down early, triggers the Metalloid Monstrosity. I've lost it before doing that. So I don't want to lose B1 too early. Because now every time I'm bringing back Talzin, it's taking damage from B1. Seriously, man? What is up with you guys? Just give me a couple more. Alright. Alright. We have hit the upper limit on some stuff. Alright, I am going to Palp this. There's no Anakin though. How fast is this stuff? 242. How much? Plus 30. It's 270. It's pretty slow, Qui-Gon. Because my echo is what? My echo is 279. How's this? Yoda? $255, so 280. His Yoda's gonna go first. It's better than Anakin going first, but still, it's an AoE that's like Master's Stroke, and he'll take out a ton of people. Hermit Yoda's gonna go. I don't think it's worth the risk. My echo's not fast enough. Right in the Merciless Massacre. With the Foresight, there's no point in doing the Force Crush, because I wouldn't have got any turn meter. Spread the ability blocks around. Now the debuffs. There goes Qui-Gon. I'm going to get another ability block. Let's fracture Yoda, because Yoda's really the only scary one. Clear the Foresights. Throw some staggers up. Uh-oh. I'm hitting some choppiness. Don't crash on me, don't. I'm hitting auto from here. This has been happening at random times. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. What I've had to do most times is I've got to force close. Alright, I'm probably going to have to force close, which is bad because I don't know what we're going to have to do to beat this now. But regardless, I'm going to pause this, see if we can time out with it, but it's probably not going to register. Alright, at least the battle registered, so it's just a cleanup now. This Quill team, though. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I'm also surprised I called it a Quill. Do I think bad? You know what? Let's just see what Bad Batch... This is already a loss. Let's just see what Bad Batch do. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this. I think it'll be tough, but I think it's possible. Just trying to think about which things I'm not considering. Because they're not that fast. We've got health immunity. We've got a lot of control. We got a lot of dispels. That was fine. Let's swap here. We're gonna heal up a tiny bit. You know what? I'm gonna save that. See, Echo's stuff is in action right now. We'll be able to dispel again soon. Are you serious, Nest? Alright, now we're in trouble. Now we can't win. Can we at least take somebody out? Probably not. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, never mind. Okay. Well, I think Gear 12 probably would have won that. It's really that hit from Nest. Jeez. It's these Relic 7s. There's just so many of them. This Yoda's still a problem. We gotta do some weird stuff. But I think what we're gonna do... Yeah, I wish I had Shakti. It was such a huge mistake. Max health. Sure. Or would I rather... I think I'd rather have the turn meter. Oops. Who do I want to pair with you guys? I just want another body. Let's throw in the armor. I don't have any other Mandalorians. This is not my day. Okay, that's bad. Let's throw Beskar on Rex, I guess? This is bad. Oh, very bad. Yeah. Nope. Oh, I'm still alive? It's over. Okay. I gotta get this to a 1v1. But I also gotta clean up this other stuff. What do I have left? We're gonna have to do some weird stuff. That Palpatine crashing was not good for me. Because that Yoda alone I've got to respect. Let's see if we can Jawa this. They don't have any damage. If this can be Jawed, then we can use Treya up against Bam. But there was a number of things that I did on defense that messed this up. And Shakti is one of them. Yeah, sure. Saving that. It's taunt. Let it go higher. Don't target that guy. There we go. I'm a little... Well, let's try it now. The problem is Scarif is going to come back. I'm under stealth. I'm going to hold on to it. Oh my god, that makes me want to scream. There we go. Alright. I should have just kept holding. So I paused this video at some point and then forgot to unpause it. And I have no idea how much I missed. I'm not going to go back and check. We're just going to move along as if it never happened. There's a lot of dumb things I did that I didn't record. Just know that you missed nothing. We did something with Probe Droid. We did something with Newt Dooku? Was that? I don't know when I hit pause on this thing. Jeez. Oh, okay. Of course. Of course. Hux seems easier to take out. The only thing I want is to test Wampa. Just let me test Wampa. I've just been throwing bodies in. That's it. I think it was paused when I was saying like this is a whole new level of disaster. Like I've never had a Grand Arena go this poorly before. I've had plenty of them go very horribly, but this bad, this is a whole new level. These guys aren't going to do anything. Let's just do it. Because they're at least the relics. Oh my god. This guy has, what was it, 74? 73 tier 7 relics. He has 9 more tier 7 relics as I have relics. Alright, we're going to throw in Wampa, but Wampa's not going to beat this. Because I only have a relic 3 Wampa right now until later. And a little more importantly, it's not a 1v1. There's a small stat boost, but it's not against the GL. I need the big stat boost. What just happened there? All right, we're calling it. I took out 4 teams. I mean, there was one technical difficulty and me being stubborn. Oh, not even 4 teams. Wonderful. This was absurd. Just absurd. Yeah. Couple things could have gone different. All right, we're gonna call it there. This was a humbling experience. I obviously need more relics. I was hoping for a little bit more luck. We didn't quite get it. That was a disaster. Thanks for watching. This has been Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. Be safe out there and be excellent to each other.